At 25, you open your 401k and set contributions to the IRS maximum, $23,000 a year, $1,916 every single month, automatically moved before you ever see it. You do not celebrate this. You just set it and move on. You will not touch it for 30 years. No panic selling, no early withdrawals, no rebalancing drama, just the IRS maximum. Every year, parked in a broad S&P 500 index fund earning 7% annually over 30 years. This is exactly what happens. Year 1. Your balance is $24,610. You deposited $23,000 this year. The market added $1,610 on top. On paper that looks fine, but you feel the cost. $1,916 gone every single month. That is groceries cut down, restaurant dinners skipped, the weekend trip you did not take. Every month, for a 12-digit number in an account you do not check. The machine does not look like much yet. The market return added barely 7% of what you put in. But the account exists, and it is compounding. That is the only job it has right now. Year 5. Your balance is $133,000. You have deposited $115,000 over 5 years, but the account says $133,000. The market gave you $18,000 you did not earn. You did not work extra hours for it. You did not pick the right stock. It appeared because money that is invested compounds, and yours was. This is the first moment the math becomes visible. $18,000 of free money at year 5. Small, but real. Now the question is, what does that number look like at year 10, when compounding has had twice as long to work? Year 10, your balance is $318,000. You have deposited $230,000 total. $88,000 in gains appeared on top of that. But here is the number that matters this year specifically. For the first time, the market returned almost as much as you contributed. You deposited $23,000. The account grew by $21,000 from your deposits and $17,000 from market returns alone. They are nearly equal. The machine is learning to walk. You are still doing more of the work than the market, but the gap is closing every single year, and the math is about to switch permanently in your favor. Year 20, your balance is $975,000. $460,000 deposited, $515,000 in gains, $55,000 more than you ever physically put in. For the first time in 30 years, the money the market gave you is greater than the money you contributed yourself. You are no longer the primary driver of your own wealth. The account is. This year alone, the market deposited $64,000 into your account. You contributed $23,000. The account earned $2.78 for every dollar you put in 1 calendar year. You are still making contributions, but you are no longer the engine. You are a passenger who occasionally adds fuel. The compound machine you started 15 years ago has been doing the heavy lifting for years, and it is just getting started. Year 25. You are 50 years old. Your 401k balance is $1,540,000. $575,000 deposited, $965,000 in gains, almost twice what you contributed. And this year, the account earned $101,000 by itself. You put in $23,000. The account earned 4.4 times that amount without your help. You are earning more on paper than most people earn at work. In 5 more years, you will have the option to stop working entirely if you want. Not the obligation, the option. That distinction is everything. Most people never get to make that choice. You are 5 years away from it. Year 30, $2,347,000. $690,000 contributed over 30 years, $1,657,000 in market gains on top of that. 2.4 times everything you ever deposited, added to your account purely through compound growth. You put in less than a third of the final balance. The market supplied the rest. This year, your 30th and final year of contributions, your account earned $155,000 in a single calendar year. Your salary was never that high. The account earned it without you doing anything. This is the answer to what happens when you max out your 401k for 30 years. You become someone whose investment account earns more in a single year than most Americans make in a decade. Not because you had a higher income, not because you picked the right stocks, because you maxed the limit at 25 and you never touched it. Now look at the other person. Same job, same salary, same 30 years of work. They saved 5% of their income and received a 3% employer match. Total balance at year 30, $340,000. That is a $2 million gap between two people who earned the same money for 30 years. The gap is not income. The gap is not luck. It is the IRS maximum versus the employer minimum, and 30 years of compounding to amplify the difference. Two different decisions at 25. Two completely different lives at 55. If this video made the math feel real, subscribe. The next video covers the one calculation inside your 401k that most people completely ignore, and it changes how fast this balance grows by more than you expect. You will want to see it.